All right, everyone, welcome to my page. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. My name is Rashad King, and I am an Orisha priest, crowned Oya. Chengo is my daddy. I'm also scratched in Palo Mayambe, working with the mighty Sarah Banda, who is a great shaman and warrior known for being able to break any curse. And I also practice hoodoo. Remember, this is a general message, so only take what resonates. I should only be telling you things that your spiritual team should have already revealed to you. If they haven't revealed this to you yet, then of course it will not resonate. So go ahead and just ignore me and just take all of the other things that you learned from these videos. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, guys, so before we get into this reading, just a couple of things. Remember, if you are trying to book a session, the website is always going to be in the description. So always check the description so that you can get the link to my website. The website is going to have spiritual products that you can buy, such as oils that you need for your candles, come to me oil, money oil, the whole 9 yards. It's going to have spiritual bath. It's going to have protective necklaces, protective jars, mojo bags, as well as different services, your rituals, your ceremonies, as well as your cleansings. So if you're interested in any of those things, you can go check out the website, as well as reading material. I know a lot of people are always hitting me up saying, hey, you know, what should I read to learn more about the ancestors, to learn more about the Orishas? Go to my website and purchase my ebook. All of those things are available on my website. Whew. All right, y'all. What's up? Let's get this reading. Before the reading, let me educate you a little bit. Remember, guys, if you want to get my books are on Amazon. All you got to do is go to Amazon, type in Rashad King, and you'll see all 3 of my books. There's 3 of them, even though I showed 2. The first one is about a spiritual awakening. The second one is about connecting with the ancestors, and the third is the Orishas. All right, so let's talk about return to sender. Everybody want to do a return to sender, and return to sender is very active magic. It's war magic. You're sending shit back. You're starting a war. Well, technically, the person that sent you the magic started the war. You say you just finishing it, but regardless, it's spiritual warfare. So, whenever you're doing a return to sender, because it is, active magic, war magic, you want to make sure that you're cleansing yourself. You gotta cleanse, you have to cleanse. I think that is the one thing that a lot of people miss when it comes to return to sender. And so there's a lot of different forms that you can do return to senders. You could do a return to sender by, doing a letter and addressing it to return to sender, putting it in an envelope, a stamp, and burning it. It's a dust that you can use. It's a dust that you can create, and you put it in your left hand, because left is for sending out, right is for receiving. Put it in your left hand, and you go to a crossroad. You want to get far away from your house as possible. So you go to a crossroad, or you go to an intersection or something, and you do your prayer, and boom, send that shit back. Or you can do the typical thing that a lot of people do. You can do a candle. You can do a black candle and dress it up. You have to use the right herbs and oils and everything. But this video is not teaching you how to make the candle and the dust and stuff like that. It's not teaching you how to make the return to sender. It's teaching you how to do it properly. So when it comes to the return to sender, the first thing you want to do, like I just did a return to sender, I did a dust. And so the first thing that you want to do is you want to cleanse. You got to cleanse. Take some Florida water, rub it on your hands. Take Florida water, dab your third eye. Take Florida water and rub it on the back of your neck. And then I also take the Florida water and rub it on my feet to clear my path where I'm walking. And so from there, that's when you're going to, like with me, I did a dust. And so, I went to the crossroad And as I was walking to the crossroad, I had the dust in my left hand and just closing it and just infusing it with prayers. That's what you have to do no matter what you use, whether you use a dust, whether you use a candle, whether you use a letter, you must infuse it. You must infuse it with faith and intentions. And so the whole time I'm walking, Psalms 3, Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Many are saying God will not deliver me. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. I call out to the Lord, and he answers me from his holy mountain. I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear though tens of thousands assail me on every side. Arise, Lord, deliver me, my God. Strike all my enemies on the jaw. Break the teeth of the wicked. From the Lord comes deliverance. May your blessings be on your people. Infuse it. And whatever you're using, you need to infuse it with faith and intentions. You got to let it know what you want it to do. From there, recite those, say those specific things. Ancestors be with me. Elegua, open the door. Ogun, disrupt their path. Eshu, cause chaos by sending this magic back tenfold. Ogun, we already said Ogun. Ochosi, bring me karmic justice. And then I'll do probably like Psalms 2. Why do the nation conspires? Why do the people plot in vain? The kings of the earth rise up, the rulers band together against the Lord and against his anointed one, saying, against his anointed one, let us break their chains and throw off their shackles. The one enthroned in heaven laughed. The Lord scoffed at them. He rebukes them in his anger and terrifies them in his wrath. This is the part that I love about this psalm. I will proclaim the Lord's decree. The Lord said to me, you are my son. Today I am your father. Ask and I will make the nations your inheritance, the ends of the earth your possessions. You will break them with a rod of iron, and you will dash them to pieces like pottery. Therefore, you kings, be wise. Be warned, you rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and celebrate his rule with trembling. Kiss his son, or he will be angry. Kiss his son, or he will be angry. And so I love that, because the part that I love more than anything is that psalm is when it says, I will proclaim the Lord's decree. Ask, today I am your father. Today you are my son. I am your father. Ask and I will make the nations your inheritance, the ends of the earth your possessions. That's the one thing. Once I say the complete psalm, I will go back to that. Lord, you said, ask and I will make the nations your inheritance, the ends of the earth your possessions. So send this shit back to my enemies. And so direction is everything as well. If you know the direction in which the person say you want to stay, you want to turn in that direction. If they're to the east, turn to the east. If they're to the west, turn to the west. If you don't know, it's always the east. You get to that crossroad and you blow that shit. And so even though I'm telling you the instructions, the main thing that I want you to learn is that as I was walking back to the house, this left hand don't touch anything. It don't touch you. It don't touch your pockets. It don't touch another person. As I was walking back to the house from the crossroad, this left hand is non-touchable right now. And so even as I got to the door, it's the right hand that is touching everything, that is opening the door, that's putting the code to the door. This left hand don't touch shit. As soon as you get into the house, first you clean. You take soap and you clean your hands. Once you cleaned your hands, then you cleanse your hands. You come back with Florida water and you cleanse the hand that threw the magic. And so I still do both. I rub that Florida water and now you're good. Now you can start touching your body. Because if you're doing a return to sender, whether it's a candle you're touching, whether it's a dust that you're touching, whether it's an envelope that you touch, that's now infused with negativity. You are saying that this magic that is in this home, the magic that is on me, the magic that is on my kids, you just touched something and released a curse. So you can't just start touching random things, and then the next thing you know, not only did that magic go back to your enemies, but it came back to you too. And so the most important thing that I'm trying to teach you about a return to sender is you must cleanse before and after. When do we cleanse, Rashad? Before and after. We cleanse in the beginning to clear the path and to clear the way to open the door so that this will be successful. We cleanse after to remove ourselves of any negative residue or anything like that. That is kind of like, think of it as cooking raw meat. When you cook that raw chicken and you take that raw chicken out, black people, you already know we washing our meat. But when you take that chicken out, you know that that chicken is contaminated and that it can put germs and everything on your hands. So as soon as you get done seasoning that meat and everything and you put it in the oven or you put it in the air fryer, what is the first thing you do after? You wash your hands. You wash the surface to stop the spread of germs. It is the same way with magic. You do not want to do a return to sender and you didn't cleanse after, and now you're touching everything with the hand that just touched the candle, that just touched the envelope, that just touched the letter, that just touched the dust. No, you got to cleanse after, before and after. Before is important to clear the way. After is so that nothing comes back to you. So just keep that in mind. That was one of the things that, Spirit wanted me to share. Maybe somebody that's listening to this video is going to end up doing a return to sender, or maybe you already did it and your ancestors is like, no, you just touched all this shit after you did it. Correct yourself. And so you must cleanse before and after. You must cleanse before and after. You must cleanse before and after. And the last thing that I want to add, which I added before, whenever you do a return to sender, you must do an uncrossing as well. They go hand in hand. Whenever you do a return to sender, you must do an uncrossing. Because what is the purpose of a return to sender? Return to sender is saying that you feel that witchcraft is on you, whether it's in the form of magic or whether it's in the form of somebody lying, manipulating, and deceiving, which is still magic. Because at the end of the day, it's still something that's influencing your path. Anything that has the ability to influence your path is magic. And so even if it's just a good ass lie that somebody told on you, you want to return it to sender. The very lie that you told on me will be the very pit that you will fall in. The very lie that you told on me, which is a sword, will be the very sword that will pierce you. The very lie that you told on me, by your own words you are acquitted, by your own words you are condemned. And so that's what a return to sender is. It's saying, no sir, no ma'am, I rebuke this. This is not my magic. This belongs to you. So you deal with this shit and not me. And so when you're doing a return to sender, that means you feel that something is on you. Now to get it off of you, you need to do an uncrossing. A return to sender is manipulating the flow in which the magic came to you. That you're saying, okay, this is what you sent to me. I'm going to send it back to you tenfold. But it doesn't remove the effects of what they have already put on your life. In order to remove the effects of what they have put on your life, that is what an uncrossing is for. An uncrossing now removes all of that, negative residue and stuff that came from the magic. And so typically when we do a return to sender, especially if you're connecting with a deity, or if you're connecting with the ancestors, if you're doing it on the ancestor altar, I just seen the spirit. Come. I guess the spirit was like, okay, yeah, you better teach this nigga. If you're doing a return to sender on the ancestor altar, that you're saying, ancestors, lend me your ashe, lend me your energy, help me in sending this magic back. You, on your altar, you would do a white candle on the left side, and you would do the black candle on the right side. So the left candle for the uncrossing is going to be on the left, the return to sender is going to be on the right, and you burn them at the same time. Boom, boom. Light them both. Fill them up with the herbs and everything that they need. If you're doing this for Ilegwa, that are your warriors, that you're asking your warriors to bless this, that you're asking, Ilegwa, Eshu, Ogun, Ochosi, Marumula, and Osun, then you would do it by your front door, because that's where Ilegwa should be. Even if you don't have your consecrated Ilegwa dominion is still the door. And so you will put a white candle on the left, a black candle on the right. Even though Ilegwa colors is red and black, it's still white and black. White for uncrossing, black for return to sender, and you will light them both. Put one on one side of the door, one on the other side of the door. This is now a portal. Whenever you do that duality of having one on both sides, that opens a portal, that's opening a door. And so one side is cleansing you and removing the magic, while the other one is returning it back to its owner. Let's see what's in this reading. I don't know, Spirit just really wanted me to, Spirit was urging me to go over that, so I'm assuming somebody is doing a return to sender. But when you are touching this stuff, when you are touching things, that's just like, when you do a egg cleanse. When you are doing the egg cleanse, especially when we do the ritual for Eshu, it's different when you're not doing it with a deity. When you're not doing it with a deity, you take the 3 eggs, you rub yourself really good, and then those 3 eggs go to 3 different places. One you can drop at the end of your driveway, and then one I would crack at a crossroad, and then the other one to like an intersection. Those 3 are placed in 3 different places. And so that's how you do a return to sender with an egg cleanse. But whenever you're doing it with a deity like Ilegwa, because Ilegwa is really good to connect with when doing the egg cleanse, you will take the 3 eggs and you will cleanse yourself. And then from there, you will place it on top of, and I said Ilegwa, I'm sorry, not Ilegwa. You will place it on top of Eshu. You will leave the 3 eggs on Eshu. And so we already know when it comes to the Orishas, everything is divination. You don't do anything by assuming. Let me pause it and show you. I keep my Tupperware in the Tupperware in the refrigerator. With everything with the Orishas is divination. We don't do anything on our own. So with the Orishas, once you do the egg cleanse, you start doing divination. In divination, we use the coconuts. The coconut is what we use for divination. And so the reason why it's in water, because as you're doing the divination, of course, if you're initiated, you already know you have to drizzle the water on the Orishas. And especially if you're doing it for Eshu, it's only Eshu. If you're doing it for all your warriors, you must do this divination for all the warriors, that you're reciting the incantation, you're sprinkling the water, and then from there everything is divination. You must ask, Eshu, how long do you want me to keep this egg on top of you? Boom, it'll let you know. And then once you get done, if Ilegwa, so if you say, Ilegwa, do you want me to keep this on you for or Eshu, do you want me to keep this on you for a day? Boom. If he says no, you got to ask again. Eshu, do you want me to keep this on you for 3 days? Boom. If he says no, you got to ask again. Eshu, do you want me to keep this on you for 7 days? Boom. If he says yes, that's the answer. He wants you to keep that on him for 7 full days. Now from there, on the 7th day, and we already know we better give offering. Every single time we go to the Orishas, we always give offering. When it comes to Eshu, do candy, do alcohol, do tobacco, and then even with that, we must do divination. Once we give the offering, Eshu, is this offering enough for what I'm asking you to do? Boom. If you get a yes, you're done. You don't need anything else. That offering was good enough. Ilegwa, is my offering accepted? Boom. He'll let you know. I'm keep saying Ilegwa. Maybe somebody needs to connect with Ilegwa. I don't know. But I'm meaning to say Eshu. Eshu is really good with egg cleanse. You can do it for Ilegwa as well, but I do mine with Eshu. the most and now remember again, you did an egg cleanse. What do we do with an egg cleanse? Because it's touching negative energy, it's absorbing the negative energy from you. So we do Florida water beforehand, and it's important to do Florida water after, because the moment you're rubbing that egg on you, you are removing negative energy from your body and you're placing it on Eshu. It's kind of like what the Bible says, beauty for ashes. I'll give you beauty for your ashes. And so it's like you're giving him this negative energy, and in return, he's cleansing you. Because you touch something that is not cleansed now, because the moment you use that egg as an egg cleanse, you had negative energy in your hand. You must wash with Florida water. You must wash your hands now with Florida water. Now, because you have negative energy that is sitting on top of Eshu, you do not want to touch it. When you go back and get those eggs, you must put on gloves. Take gloves and put the eggs. You got to do it that way. You don't want it to touch your bare skin, because this is negative energy. You don't want what you just took out of you to come back on you. And so wear gloves and pick it up, or get some type of utensil, some tonsils or something to remove it. Now, what you do with the eggs once you give it to a deity, you just don't automatically just go to the end of your driveway and go to the crossroad. You must ask. Elegua has plenty of dominions. Elegua is over all of the roads, the intersections, the crossroads, the trash cans, the park bushes behind parks. And so you start at whichever one you want. Elegua, do I throw these eggs in a trash can? Boom. If he says yes, you're done. If he says no, you must ask again. Elegua, do I need to put this in a plastic bag and put it in a park behind the bushes? Boom. If he says yes, you're good. If he says no, you must go to the next thing. Elegua, do you want me to take this to the crossroad? Boom. If he says yes, you're good. If he says no, then you're not. Now, the moment that I'm done with divination for an Orisha, I take the water and I completely pour it outside. I raise it up to the sky. Thank you, Olodumare. Thank you, Olorun. Thank you, Olofi. Pour it out to the gods. And then from there, I'll refill it with fresh water and then put the coconuts back in. But the main thing is cleansing. We must cleanse like crazy. Whenever it's anything to do with any type of negative energy, we must cleanse. All right, that's my spiel that already took 20 minutes. I wasn't planning on being that long, but I do like to be very thorough, and the main thing is just, we got to remember that, at the end of the day, we must cleanse. Cleansing is important. Thank you, Goon. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Sarabanda. Thank you, Risha. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Oladumare. Thank you, Olaroon. Thank you, Olafi. Let's see what they are going to speak of today. The last couple of readings has been about love. Let's see if we're keeping on that or if we're going to do something different today. What message do you have for your people? What message do you have for the collective, Spirit? What message do you have for your people, Spirit? What message do you have for your people? Ooh, which one do I want to take? Some failed, but some turned over. Oh, damn. Damn. I've never seen that before. All 4 nights are out at the same time. I've never seen that before. Queen of Cups. A new perspective. There's definitely a perspective. A new perspective that's coming in. That somebody is prideful right now. Somebody is stuck in their pride, but hoping. Past life. This is a past life connection. Healing. Heart fog. Somebody realizing that they messed up. This reading is very interesting. It's very layered. It's a lot here. It's still keeping on the same theme. Social skills. And then karma is at the bottom of the deck. 888. Karma is getting ready to come in. Very layered. Very layered. Man, it's a lot here. All right, let's get into this thing. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. Get this message in. You have the overall energy as the Three of Pentacles. Someone wants teamwork with you. They want this teamwork. They want to collaborate with you. This is somebody that want to, recognize you. And so you have someone that has a really strong desire in order to build with you and connect with you. And this person feels extremely inspired, with the Page of Wands here. The Page of Wands is saying that this person is extremely, inspired. Wands is sexual energy as well. And so this could be someone that is sexually attracted to you as well. That, this person wants to come in and they want to build and work together. You have the Two of Wands as well, that this person is anticipating for this to happen and unfold. This is someone that's very, anxious for this thing to come together. The Two of Wands is all about, anticipation, expecting. But at the end of the day, this person is very prideful. There's someone that is desperately longing for you with these energies. There's someone that's desperately longing for you, that they're desiring teamwork. They're desiring to work with you. But at the end of the day, this is someone that wants you to come to them, with pride and arrogance and ego here, but that's not about to happen. You know, this is someone that they want this, but they're being silent and not wanting you to know that this could have been someone that left, and they don't want to come back and admit that they made a mistake. They don't want to come back and admit that they fucked up. That this is someone where it's like, even though I'm doing bad without you, I'll rather pretend like I'm doing good than to have to come back in and admit my wrong. But at the end of the day, this person is still thirsty and horny and all types of stuff when it comes to you. They desire this connection. They want this connection. They want that teamwork. They miss that teamwork. But what's blocking them is their pride. This is someone that's allowing their pride and their ego to get in the way, because as much as they want to be here and be present, their ego is holding them back. They're like, wait a minute, do I really want to admit that I was the one in the wrong? You have in the crossing energy, the crossing energy is the temperance card. We're starting off with the temperance card, and the temperance card is all about rebalancing a situation, and the temperance card is all about divine timing. And so this is letting you know that in time, this person is going to rush into you with truth and clarity, but it must be divine timing. Spirit is saying that don't get in the way of this, of trying to pressure this person to see their wrong. Like, you don't have to keep texting and calling this person saying, motherfucker, you did me dirty. You did this and this, and you did this and that. Spirit is saying with the temperance card here, and the temperance card is a major arcana, release it and give it to God. God said that I will fight this battle for you, and you must release it and give it to him, because keep intervening in this and trying to take matters in your own hand, it's only going to delay what is meant to come back together. And so Spirit is saying completely release it. Is that, stop the communication if there is communication. Don't try to guilt trip the person or anything like that. Spirit is going to rebalance this situation and have this person coming back in, running in the energy of the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is running in with truth and clarity. This is someone that's going to end up telling you the truth, apologizing, the whole 9 yards, but it must be divine timing. You have the Judgment card here as the first clarifier. The Judgment card is all about an awakening. It's all about alarms and being alerted. And it's letting you know that, technically this is still kind of their energy. I mean, it's letting you know that somebody is coming back, that you could be getting alerts by listening to a lot of readings and things like that, that you're getting a lot of confirmation that somebody is getting ready to enter back into your life. But with this person, they're seeing like a lot of alarms everywhere. Like as they go into places, security alarms are going off. That they keep hearing a lot of sirens. They keep seeing a lot of flashing lights. That this person is being alerted in so many different ways. And what they're being drawn and alerted to is that they need to communicate. This is someone that's receiving a lot of dreams, because the Judgment card is a card of dream state for me as well. Because even when you look at the Judgment card is surrounded by the clouds, and then you have the angel blowing the trumpet, and it's the representation of the dead as well, because you have people from their grave that was asleep that is now awakening. And so, to me, this is what this is saying is that Spirit is working with someone in their dream state. That in their dream state, this person is receiving a lot of downloads about you. They're receiving a lot of downloads about who this Empress is. That this person is seeing you in a different light. And that's why Spirit is saying, stop trying to intervene in this connection and speed this thing up. You do not want somebody to come back in because you're lonely and desperate. You want them to come back in when the cycle is completely done. Because Spirit have to first take them out of their pride, ego, and arrogance. They must go through an ego death before they're allowed to come back into your life. Because if they come back before this ego death, it's going to be the exact same thing. It's going to end up being the same trauma, the same story, the same stress. And so Spirit is saying, chill. You learn how to deal with your loneliness, and I'll learn how to, and I'll take control of dealing with this person. And Spirit is talking to this person and giving them downloads in their dream state. That this is someone that's being seen who you are in the dream state, and this is not you coming in and telling this person who you are. Because the Empress don't chase. The Empress don't beg. We don't beg somebody to see our worth. We don't beg somebody to be chosen. The Empress is like, if you don't want to choose me, then fuck that. I'm going to move on. I'm going to remain in my power and wait for something better to come along. And so this person is Spirit is working with this person in their dream state. Their dream state is very key and important here. And one of the things that Spirit is telling them in the dream state is that you need to go back in and you need to do right by my divine feminine. This is someone that's being instructed in their dream state that they need to open communication, and that communication needs to be clear and it needs to be truthful. And this communication is going to the Empress. And so things are going to be rebalanced. That's what Spirit is trying to do, is rebalance the situation. And Spirit is rebalancing the situation that this person is going to come in with truth and clarity. And now the clarifiers is showing you how Spirit is rebalancing this situation to allow this person to come in with truth and clarity. Spirit is working with this person in the dream state, revealing to them who you truly are, which is the Empress, which is the true divine feminine. And Spirit is telling and urging this person to come in with communication, and that communication is received because they're going to come in as the Knight of Swords. And Spirit is saying, go back to my divine feminine and treat this person right. This person in their hitting emotion, they're praying. And this could be the reason why this person is receiving dreams, is because they initiated this by praying, by hoping and wishing that this will come back together. And now Spirit is saying, well, if you want this thing to come back together, you must move your pride, your ego, and your arrogance. And this is showing them how to cross out the overall energy, to remove that arrogance, that ego, and that stubbornness. Spirit is saying, well, this is how you do it. How you do it is go back in with an apology with truth and clarity. And so Spirit is working with this person and instructing this person on what it is that they must do. This person is ready to come back and build. Even though this person is prideful, they're still working at ego, so they haven't been completely stripped yet. And so it's like, let's not, think that this is done. This person is still going through a process. You're near the finish line, but we're not there yet. You have in the crowning position, you have all the remaining knights. All 4 knights is out. This is a reading this is just like the last reading, where this is very powerful movement. There's a lot of things that's moving in the background, and you must trust Spirit. You must trust that Spirit is going to bring this thing together, and stop trying to intervene by doing this in your own power. Trust Spirit, trust your ancestors, trust your Igun spirit guides and ancestors, that they know what's best for you. You have, in the crowning position, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is saying that this person is ready to rush back in, and they're going to rush in with passion. This is someone that is kind of just like what I picked up in the overall energy. This is someone that's horny. This is someone that's very passionate, and hopefully this person is not going to get too distracted by the passion, because this is someone that when they want to come in, this person is going to want to take you in the bedroom. This person is going to want to have sex with you. This is someone that has been desiring you sexually, and they miss having sex with you. And so this person is going to come in with a lot of passion. This person is going to come in with a lot of emotional stability as well, because you have it paired with the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is saying that this person is going to come in love bombing you as well. This is someone that's going to show you how much they miss you. You have this paired with the Tower card. The Tower card, it talks about an abrupt change. Something big is getting ready to happen that it's going to end up launching this person to come running in. This person is going to end up coming, it's going to end up being unexpected. This is going to be a very unexpected time in which this person is coming in, because they do have the Tower card, which means an abrupt change is getting ready to happen in this person's life. Something huge, because right now this person is contemplating on coming in and giving you a cup of love and giving you sex. Sex is very potent here. Wands can represent magic, wands can represent passion, and wands can represent sex. But the one thing that Spirit is just is allowing me to really pick up on, this is someone that really desires you sexually. This is someone that is ready to get back in the bed with you. This is someone that, it might be here goes some flowers and some candy and tell you I'm sorry and stuff real quick, and it's like, okay, can we fuck now? This is someone that's horny. That their energy is very strong in this reading. That this is someone that is saying that, look, I just want to take you to bed. But an abrupt change is getting ready to happen in their life. It's a major event is getting ready to happen that's going to speed up this process of this return. Because the Tower card, it doesn't play. There could be a breakup in a relationship. It could be a significant life event. And right after this significant life event, now all of a sudden you got the Two of Cups. That this person is ready to join you in union. And you have the Queen of Swords, which the Queen of Swords is about communication and it's about boundaries. And so not only will this person communicate with you, but this is someone that when they come back in, they're going to have boundaries. They're going to block all the people that they have been fucking around with. They're going to block all the people that they have been, going in and out of relationships with. That this person is going to have strict boundaries, and they're going to say, look, the only person I want is you. That they're going to try their hardest to try to prove that. And they may even try to prove it in a very cold way, where it's not that the person is going to end up being cold to you, but this is going to be someone that's going to end up being very cold to all of the outsiders, where this person can be receiving messages on Instagram, Facebook, of people saying like, hey, what's up? I really miss our sex. Our sex was good. And they like, I'm in a relationship. I went back to the Empress. This is someone that can be very harsh and very direct, where they are like, look, I allowed y'all to fuck this up for me the first time, but this time around, I'm not about to be no hoe. I'm not about to be promiscuous. Like, this is someone, it's kind of like, I have learned my lesson. Like, I have been in the karmic doghouse for the last couple of years or months, and I have seen what life is like without the divine feminine, and it's like, I'm not going to make the same mistake over. I'm not going to go through this hell again. This is someone that's putting in clear boundaries of not allowing someone to mess something up. But Spirit is like, I don't know, Spirit is telling me like this person might end up going to the extreme. Like, this might be someone that, as people reach out to them, they're taking a screenshot and they're blasting this person on social media, where it's like, look at all these thirsty people in my inbox not respecting my relationship. Like, this is someone that's probably going to end up taking this to the extreme. They're going to be, and even if it's not exposing somebody on that level, like, this is someone that when somebody reach out, like, they're very harsh. Like, you low down motherfucker, like your dick was lame anyways, your ass wasn't good. Like, this is someone that, it's like, this is someone that's gonna go to the extreme when it comes to outsiders trying to mess up their relationship the second time around. This is someone that's not gonna play any game. They're gonna have very strict boundaries. This is someone that's going to have very, very, very strict boundaries this time around. You have, as the clarifier, you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, you have the fourth knight in the deck, which I've never had a reading where all four of the knights have came out. The Knight of Pentacles is long term. Where when someone come in with the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is very impulsive. This is someone that can come in, get sex, and then they're out. The Knight of Cups is very emotional. This is someone that will give an apology and apologize, but they may not have the true actions of the Knight of Swords, which is truth and clarity. Where this is someone that will come in and love bomb, but they won't come in with truth. And then you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is coming in with truth and clarity, but they may not come in with the responsibilities and everything that they need to take. But the Knight of Pentacles is long term. It's a very slow and steady energy, where the Knight of Pentacles is telling me that when this person comes in, they're going to be in for the long haul. This is someone that has a vision to be in for the long haul, that they are like, I'm ready for the endurance. When you look at the other knights, the Knight of Swords is very fast. When you see how the horse is stretched out, this is someone that's coming in full speed. And so the Knight of Swords, even though they may come in with truth and clarity, this is someone that's not coming in with a solid plan in order to have long-term success. When you look at how the horse is positioned with the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is like, I'm ready for war, I'm ready for battle, but this is someone that's very impulsive, where it's like, like I said, this is somebody that can get the sex, and then it's like, well, they really don't have anything outside of that. And when you look at how the horse is positioned with the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups is, it's faster than the Knight of Pentacles, but as you notice, it's not as fast as the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. These two horses are ready to go. This one is like, it's moving, but it still sometimes have a little hesitation. But with the Knight of Pentacles is at a standstill. This is someone that took the time to actually sit and think and meditate on the right plans, the right actions, the right moves, the right words, the right responses, allowing the person to vent, realizing that they are the one that did the wrong. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's more of a long-term success. This is someone that's ready, that have their heads, on a really good, just really good headspace. And so with all knights being here, this is someone that's coming in with truth and clarity. This is someone that's coming in to emotionally love bomb you. This is someone that's coming in with very strong sexual energy, and this is someone that want long-term success. Very interesting. This is someone that is really ready to put in the work. The only bad thing that you really have on the board is the hidden emotion of pride and arrogance and stubbornness and ego, where this person know what they want, but they're holding back because it's like, oh, do I really want to admit that I did the wrong? But everything else is saying, well, this person is ready. This person know that they want to be back, and they're trying to hold on to their pride, but their pride is being stripped away. Because they are realizing that as long as they are in their pride, there's no possibility of a reconnection. There's no possibility of a reunion. And so this person's pride is being stripped away by everything else that's on the board. Everything else on the board, like, their love for you is stronger than their pride. And so this is somebody that's going to ultimately come back in. You have as the hidden emotion, you have past life. This is someone that feels that you're their soulmate. This is someone that feels that you are the person that's for them. We have in the challenge position, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is someone that's fair. The Queen of Cups is someone that's loving. The Queen of Cups is someone that's adored. And so this is someone that could be coming in trying to match your energy, because the Empress is the combination. You know, a lot of people, when they look at the Queen of Cups, they say that the Queen of Cups is a divine feminine, and we can give her that to an extent, because the Queen of Cups, it do represents femininity. It represents being in that feminine energy. But the true divine feminine is the Empress. This is someone that is connected to you. This is someone that's very connected to you. And this person is trying to match your energy. This is someone that can be spying on you, not for the sake of being a creep, but this is someone that could be spying on you to see how you operate, to mimic how you operate. And this person is mimicking how you operate, not to be a copycat or not to compete with you, but to try to be your better half. This is someone that is like, well, I noticed that the Empress give to the poor. And they're like, maybe that's something that I should try. I noticed that the Empress, talk with elegance and treat everyone fairly. Maybe that's something that I should try. It's given twin flame energy. It's given twin flame energy. This is someone that is trying to come into alignment with you. And they're trying to come into alignment with you by this person is stalking you, but they're stalking you in a way to like research you, to study who you are. And they're trying to become the best version of themselves to be a stronger match for you. That is the energy that I'm picking up with this, that this is someone that is trying their hardest to be a better match. You have the Seven of Pentacles here, that this is someone that wants long-term success. This is someone that's not just looking this is not someone that's not looking just in the present, but they want long-term. And if you notice, when you look at the Seven of Pentacles, look how this person is just looking out at the bushes, just looking out, and they're like, what can I do in order to make things right with this connection? And this pentacle that's right in front of them, it's like they got an aha moment where it's like, oh, I know what to do. And what this person is doing is now they're mounting on that horse, and that very pinnacle that was under them, where this is like, Spirit is saying that this is like Moses with the burning bush, because you do have connected with the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant, which is God. And so God is showing this person, what long-term, like God is questioning this person where it's like, are you really satisfied with having sex with random people every single day? That they have sex with you and they go? Or, every 3 months you're in a different relationship. Every month you're in a different relationship. Are you really satisfied with that? That is what Spirit is talking to this person about. Where it's like, are you really satisfied with that? And with these two energies combined together, it's like this bush is like the burning bush that was in the Bible with Moses, where this bush is burning, and as this bush is burning, it's this person, they're talking to God, and God is asking them those questions where it's like, what is it that your heart truly desire? Because my word says that I will satisfy each and every last one of your desires with good things. And it's like this person, as they're looking in this bush and very downcast and depressed, they're telling God, well, the thing that I desire is the Empress. I fucked up. I want to go back. I want to go back to this connection. And it's like God's response is like, now all of a sudden this bush, it released one of its pinnacles, giving this person what it is that they need to do. And this person is taking this idea and they're like, okay, I know what I need to do now. And now what this person is doing is that they're mounting on their horse. They took this pinnacle that they received from God, and it's like, it's time for me to go back to the Empress. This is someone that is ready to go back. Even the hidden emotion, you have healing, that this person is healing. And this person sees you of what their true healing is going to be. And, healing also represents being purged and purified. That, this person, as they're talking to God and, speaking to God in this dream state, that, this person is receiving the messages and everything that they need to do in order to get back to this relationship. Whew. That was a lot. That was a lot of energy. Ooh, there was so many downloads. That's why I be going to sleep after some of these readings. They be so heavy and packed with messages. This person is coming back. There's so many things in this reading that's confirming that this person is coming back. You have the card at the bottom of the deck. You have the Hangman. The Hangman is all about a new perspective. This is someone that is viewing things differently because God is really working with this person, which this has the energy to overrule the pride that we've seen in the overall energy. This is what's coming in that you don't see, is that this person is going to end up being changed. They're coming in with a new perspective. You have heart fog. Heart fog, one of the things that it represents is realizing that they messed up. This is someone that is realizing that they messed up, and they're going to come back to fix this connection. You have the angel number. You have angel number 3333, which talks about social skills. It says the problem you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspiring personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Didn't we just talk about ego in the overall energy? Somebody is getting ready to change. The problem you have today will eventually disappear. What is the problem? The problem is that this person missed the divine feminine, which is the Empress. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change. The luck changing is spirit working on this person through the dream state, and spirit instructing this person on what it is they need to do. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and your inspiring personality. This person is doing that by having all 4 of the knights on the board. This person is listening to what Spirit is saying. Everything on this board is in true alignment with the angel number. And it's saying, don't let your ego get the best of you. Don't let this pride and ego be able to ruin something that is very good. Card at the bottom of the deck is Karma, which is 8888. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary or material success. If you don't appreciate the person in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. This person is coming back. Even a card under that, you have 2424, which talks about good times. This connection is getting ready to come back together. Oh yeah, I gotta end this reading. It's not negative. It's a positive reading, but it's a lot of messages. Yeah, it's so many messages that Spirit is giving me, man. I can continue this thing for hours, but I don't want to do that long of a reading. And I do believe that I conveyed the information that that Spirit is given. This is, every time we do these love reading, this person is at a different stage of where they're at in this connection coming back together. I can't wait for this connection to come back together so that my readings can be different. Because it seemed like I'm channeling the same person's energy or the same people's energy week after week after week, and this thing is getting more and more rapid, and you're starting to see more and more changes within this person that's getting ready to come back. This love connection is going to come back together.